Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is The Real Legend, and we are back with some NBA 2K Mobile. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top Onyx cards for Season 3. They just released on February 1st, and we also got our first Onyx theme a few days ago. This should be a great list filled with many of your favorite players and some hidden gems. So let's get into it. We're going to rank the top 5 players for each position. I know we had a top 5 series before. This video is going to have a lot more information. So we're going to do each position. We're going to do the top 5 craftable. Then we'll do the best team overall based off of stats, the best team overall based off of power. And then we'll break down what their maximum power will be. All right, so let's start off with the point guards. All right, so when ranking our players, right, we take 2 things into consideration. So I mainly base this off the player stats. And in some cases, I factor in the player's gameplay. Right? If I know that the gameplay is elite, I will swap them around with another player in the ranking, and you'll see that happen a couple times in this video. So for the top 5 point guards, we're going to start off with Jamal Murray coming in at a 3.8 stat average. Then at number 4 with a 4.0 stat average is Jerry West, and he's also craftable, so keep that in mind. Number 3 coming at a 3.9 stat average is Stephen Curry, which I had to bump up in the ranking because he is super good in head-to-head, one of the best players in this game to use gameplay wise. Number 2 is Oscar Robertson coming at a 4.5 stat average. One of the best point guards in this game, period. He was more elite in Season 2. For some reason, his stats got reduced in Season 3. He went from a 4.7 to a 4.5, but he's still super elite. And then number 1, you've heard me say this plenty of times. I did a dedicated video to it. Magic Johnson with a 4.8 stat average is the best point guard for the Onyx. And he will be the best point guard anytime he's featured in a theme or a foundation release. So for the shooting guards, 4.2 stat average will be Allen Iverson. Coming at number 4, this is a gem in the game. 4.3 stat average. It did get reduced, right? Last season, Jason Richardson was a 4.5. He was actually the best shooting guard, tied with Tracy McGrady. Regardless of the fact, he's still a gem, which can be crafted as well. Number 3 is James Harden. Comes in at a 4.4 stat average. The beard is buckets. Technically could be tied with Michael Jordan for number 2. But I had to give the edge to MJ. He has higher power. And his gameplay is just incredible, right? That fadeaway is insane. His dunk package is incredible. And it's the GOAT. And then number 1, 4.5 stat average. This was the best shooting guard in Season 2. Tracy McGrady still reigns on top with that 4.5 stat average. His gameplay is incredible. If you do have T-Mac, you already know he is a beast. His height at his shooting guard position is uncanny. Incredible jump shot. Signature move is very smooth as well. One of my favorite players, right? Not much more I can say. All right, so for the small forwards, we got a 3-way tie for number 5. So if you do get any of these small forwards, you should be pretty happy. But I also want to mention that there aren't that many small forwards in this team. As you can see in the screen, it's very limited, the options that we have, but they're all very good. So coming in at the last spot, tied for number 5, right, is Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, and Vince Carter. They all have a 4.1 stat average. Vince Carter actually got nerfed. His Onyx card last season was 4.3 stat average. So he did see a decrease. But even if you look at the lowest option for the Onyx for small forwards, RJ Barrett is a 3.8. So he's still a gem as well. Another player that got nerfed from Season 2. His rookie theme card was a 4.3 stat average. But these stats are more aligned with what RJ Barrett really does. Now coming in at number 4 is Paul Pierce with a 4.2 stat average. Then at number 3, we got Kawhi Leonard with a 4.4 stat average. Number 2, and this player is craftable as well, is Clyde Drexler with a 4.6 stat average. Another player who got nerfed. Last season, he was a 4.7. Still elite though. And then the best player in the game, period, is LeBron James, 4.9 stat average. Same thing like Magic Johnson. When you see LeBron, he will always be the top player. So for the power forwards, we also have a 3-way tie for the 5th position. This position is a lot more stacked than the small forwards. But coming in at 4.1, right, we got Draymond Green, who I've been saying is a gem in this game. Then we got Zion Williamson, who had a 4.3 version inside of Season 2 for the rookie theme. Then when Season 3 came out, he was nerfed down to 3.9. And it looks like he got a stat buff again. So he's 4.1. He's pretty decent in this game. Limited on that mid-range, right? I think once that develops, he'll be a beast in this game, right? With the right gear. And we got Kristaps Porzingis, one of the best players to use in head-to-head for the power forward position. His height is incredible for blocks. Very good jump shooter as well. He's definitely one of the top options to use at power forward for head-to-head. Then we got another gem, Rui Hachimura, who's at a 4.3 stat average. It's actually tied for second place, right? Don't sleep on Rui. Very good stats, and his gameplay is good in the game too. Then we got Dirk Nowitzki, 4.3 as well. He's a legend, right? Not much more I can say. Slow shot release. Once you can master his jump shot mechanics, he's really good for your team. Then we got Lunar New Year, Anthony Davis. Comes in at a 4.3 stat average. His power is so much higher than all the other foundation power forwards. So that gives him an edge over Dirk and Rui, right? That's why I ranked him as number 2. And then the number 1 power forward is Giannis, 4.6 stat average. Giannis is great in this game. The difference between him and Anthony Davis, they were at one point the same stat average, but then Giannis got a couple buffs. And if you look at his stats, right, he's got that 5 in playmaking, which is elite, that 5 in post scoring, and that 5 in defending. That's really solid for a power forward. All right, so for the centers, very limited lineup as well. But number 5 is going to be Dwight Howard, 3.4 stat average. Now, Dwight is actually better than his stats indicate. He's a pretty decent center to have on your squad. Inside of season 2, he was one of the top diamond centers. Then we got Marc Gasol, who's super underrated, especially with the playmaking. He comes in at a 3.8 stat average. We got Bam Adebayo, 3.9 stat average. Another one of the hidden gems that I always talk about is Al Horford, 4.2 stat average, makes him number 2. Very well rounded, and if you take a look at it, he's got a 5 in mid-range, 5 in 3-point shot, and a 5 in post scoring. He is buckets. And then the best center is Karl Anthony Towns, coming at a 4.3 stat average. All right, so when it comes to craftable players, top 5 for craftable players, number 5 is going to be Brandon Ingram. Number 4 will be Jerry West. Number 3 will be Stephen Curry. Number 2 will be Jason Richardson. And then number 1 will be Clyde Drexler. Now the best team overall based off of stats. At point guard, you got Magic Johnson. Shooting guard, you got Tracy McGrady. Small forward, you got LeBron James. Power forward, you got Giannis. And then at center, you got Karl Anthony Towns. Now the best team based off of power. At point guard, you got Stephen Curry. His power maxed out will take him around 11,355. Shooting guard will be Ray Allen. His power will take him around 10,856. These team players are a lot higher than the foundation. Small forward is LeBron. Maxed out, he'll be around 8,894. So you see the difference between the foundation and the theme. Then you got Anthony Davis, Lunar New Year as well. Maxed out is around 11,287. And then Karl Anthony Towns will be your center. Maxed out, he'll be around 8,231. So those are the top Onyx cards inside of NBA 2K Mobile Season 3. If you're new to the channel and you're up to this point, definitely like, subscribe, and share. Check out any of the videos in the playlist. We got guides showing you how to get better players in the game. Videos similar to these as well. We got pack opening videos. And then we got gameplay videos for those that are into the head-to-head matches. All right. So again, thanks for all the support. Appreciate it. Take care. Peace out.